Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. So, first of all, a little bit of a discussion. I have decided, finally, which direction I want my YouTube channel to go in. So, in saying that, basically, the way that I'm wanting this channel to go is because I have been getting quite an influx of you guys asking me all these questions in regards to triathlon, you know, how you can get into it if you haven't quite started yet. But not only that, I'm also getting a lot of questions from those of you who have been doing triathlon for a little bit in regards to the equipment that I'm using. So I thought it would be a great idea for me to do a couple of vlogs on the equipment that I'm using, past and present. But not only that, to give my genuine opinion on the equipment that I'm using as well. If there's something that I don't particularly like, I will give you my genuine opinion on it, and I'll also tell you what I've used to replace in replacement of that particular item that I didn't particularly love. So bear with me. I think at the moment I'm going through a whole bunch of changes when it comes to my social media platforms, with the new blog that I have started up as well. I will link everything down below so you can check it all out. Anyway guys, today I'm going to have a bit of a chat about bikes. So I personally think that bikes are probably one of the biggest purchases that you're going to make towards this particular sport. Now, any triathlon that you do, the bike kilometre wise or bike distance is going to be the longest distance out of all three. So as you know, triathlon involves a swim, a ride and a run. The ride is going to be the biggest distance out of all three sports that you're going to do throughout the triathlon. So if you ask me, it makes more sense that you're comfortable in that ride, right? So I am incredibly lucky to have found a brand that I absolutely live by. Now, first of all, I'll insert some photos here of my very first triathlon bike that I ever got. So it was a avow, I believe it's pronounced avow. It was an amazing bike. I absolutely loved it, and it's such a great starter bike. You can pick up a avow, I think brand new, you're possibly looking at approximately up around $900 mark, but you can definitely pick up a fair few of them online, or possibly even just having a look around at your local buy, swap and sell pages, or the triathlon marketplace on Facebook is also another great place to have a look for a second-hand bike. I picked my first live up second-hand, actually from buy, swap and sell, I'm pretty sure, and I paid $500 for it, I believe it was. So for a first bike, $500, that's not bad. You know, other bikes out there definitely cost a lot more than that. So $500 for a new road bike, or for a road bike, it's a good price, definitely a good price. So my first bike, you know, I customized it to my liking. You'll notice when I bring my current bike out that I have at the moment as well, I have customized it to how I want it to look. One thing that you'll definitely learn about me is that I'm definitely for looks. Things need to function properly and perform perfectly as well. But I also love to look good as well. So I definitely feel like I perform better when I feel and look great in what I'm wearing or using, the equipment I'm using. So For me, one of the things that I look at when I'm getting a new bike or new equipment is definitely reviews on functionality and how greatly the particular item I'm looking at has functioned for other people, and performance as well. But I definitely do take into consideration the look of the item as well, because come on, we've all got to look great, right? Okay guys, anyway, enough said about that. I'm going to bring in my current bike now, and we'll quickly go over it, and then I'll do some close-ups of particular items on this bike as well. Okay guys, so here is my current bike, and she looks like a bit of a spaceship, right? That was my first opinion as well. Okay, so one thing that I think is incredibly important once you get your first bike, you get your new bike, is to name the bike. I mean, she's got to have a name. So I named this particular bike Wave. And the reason I named her Wave is because one day I would like to ride a wave. So, I do ride a wave. Okay, so this is Wave. Wave is a Liv, as like I was saying, my very first bike was also a Liv. I definitely love this brand. So a little bit about Liv. Liv is a brand of giant bicycles, and it is the female version. So Liv does female specific bikes, which I think is just amazing in itself. Now, one thing that I absolutely love about this brand is the fact that they empower women all over the world to get into this amazing sport of cycling and triathlon. And I really do. I mean, if there's one thing that I am hoping to accomplish out of this whole journey is to show you guys how amazing this sport actually is. I have absolutely fallen in love, and I definitely think that anybody can do it. You just have to be in the right frame of mind, and love what you're doing as well, like I do. So Liv stands for a whole heap of stuff that I absolutely agree with, and so I do genuinely love this brand. Now, a couple of specifics about this bike. So my old bike, as you saw from the pictures, it looked a lot different to what this bike does. Now, there are a couple of different variations of certain bikes. So this particular bike here is what you call a TT bike or time trial bike. My old bike was a road bike, which I had attached some tri-bars or aero bars to. So it didn't actually come with the aero bars attached, my old bike. It just came as the handlebars. So that's a road bike. Now, this particular bike is called a TT bike. Some of the specifics on a TT bike would include the aero bars, which are attached, so you cannot remove them. And you'll also notice that the handlebars are a totally different shape to what they were on my old bike. Again, in the close-ups, you will see the difference there as well. Now, this particular bike, it is called a Liv Avow Advanced Pro. It is made completely out of carbon, and it's incredibly fast. Incredibly fast. I mean, it even looks fast, right? A couple of great points about this bike and things that I absolutely love about it. The first thing would definitely be the hydration system on the front here. Again, I will give a close-up of that very shortly. This bike is also has electronic gearing, so to change the gears, all you have to do is there's a couple of buttons up the front here, and you push the buttons and the gears will change. Another point that I love about this bike is the saddle. This saddle that the bike came with is amazing. I had so many issues with saddles with my old bike, I just could not find the right saddle for me, and I struggled quite badly, and went through a whole lot of pain. The saddle on this particular bike is perfect, amazing for me anyway, and I am in no way saying it's going to be amazing for you. It's definitely comes down to trial and error when it comes to saddles, and that is one thing that you will learn. None of these saddles on any of these road or TT bikes are ever going to be 100% comfortable, but you do definitely get used to them. I think generally maybe give it about a week to 2 weeks of persistence, and you will start to find that it becomes a lot more comfortable to be sitting on. And I've gone through a fair few saddles, so I definitely know what I'm looking for when it comes to the saddle. Okay, so here we go from a side view. This is the front end of the bike. As you can see here, we have the hydration system that I was talking about and our handlebars. And like I said, it is totally different to the road bike handlebars. You have a couple of buttons on the inside of this one here, and then you also have a couple of buttons up on the aero bars to change your gears. Coming around, a nice top view look at, I guess, what you can call the cockpit. This is where the straw that I drink out of with the hydration system. Okay, so a front view now of the bike. Now it looks a little crazy. When I first saw this bike, my instant thought was, when I saw it from this angle, was, wow, it looks like an aeroplane and it looks like it's going to take off. So coming down the bike now, and we get to the bento box. So this was the little compartment I was telling you about that you can put nutrition in. And down this end of the bike, we have the saddle. Absolutely am in love with this saddle. Amazingly comfortable. Okay guys, so that was my bike wave. I really hope that this video helped you in a tiny little bit. You know, when it comes to selecting bikes, it's a huge decision. I've just given you a very, very slight opinion on the bikes that I have used before. I did a couple of races on my starter bike, which included Julia Creek Dirt and Dust and a couple of local triathlons, and then I also took it to Noosa with me last year, which was an Olympic distance triathlon. So I did a fair whack on that first bike. And then this new bike has done a Julia Creek Dirt and Dust Festival this year. It has done a couple of local triathlons and Cairns Ironman 70.3, just more recent. So it's a great bike. Performance, particularly in the half Ironman, was amazing. I was incredibly happy with the performance of my bike this past weekend. It really definitely did me proud. Not only did it look amazing, and I got a lot of comments on my bike throughout the weekend. Performance was just, I couldn't be happier. I felt comfortable the whole time. I felt very strong in the ride, and I hopped off with the run feeling great. So definitely love my avow. Thanking you all so very much for all the love and support that I have received in the past few months. It's been crazy for me, and it's only going to get crazier with training for Bustleton Full Ironman, which is in December this year, so not that far away at all. So there's a lot happening, and definitely hoping that I can get in a fair few more trial posts for you guys in the lead up to Bustleton. In regards to definitely nutrition wise as well, I can't wait to do some trials with nutrition for you guys. Okay guys, I will see you all in my next video. Again, thank you so much guys. Mwah!